A $400 million yacht with a saltwater pool, a palace with a gold leaf spa and underground nightclub, a $250 million jet with a prayer room and silk-lined cabin, and none of it belongs to kings. These are the lays of the Arab world's most powerful women royal wives who move empires without ever showing their faces to the press. Women who command billion-dollar networks, rewrite social norms, and define a new kind of power. You've heard of princes, but have you ever heard of the woman who owns the Four Seasons, funds Ivy League campuses, and reshaped famine relief in Africa while raising 12 heirs to Dubai's throne? This isn't just luxury, it's invisible authority. They don't sit on thrones, they operate from behind them. And yet, with every appearance, every curated silence, every emerald-encrusted dress, they're shaping the Arab world's next 100 years. So before you scroll away, here this Minute 13 holds a twist that redefines not only what it means to be royal, but what it means to be remembered. You're about to step into lives no journalist can touch. And once you see what's hidden behind the palace walls, you'll never look at power the same way again. Princess Sarah, Opulence and Strategy. Versailles may have its hall of mirrors, but Princess Sarah bint Mashar calls home something even more audacious, Chateau Louise of Thorn. This $327 million estate just outside Paris isn't just lavish. It's a declaration. Inside a gold leaf spa, an underground nightclub, an indoor pool flanked by Michelangelo replicas, and yes, a private IMAX cinema. But that's just her getaway. In Saudi Arabia's NEOM megacity, her real sanctuary rises in silence, a palace camouflaged within tropical gardens and dunes, complete with a private beach, golf course, and a helipad shaped like the royal emblem. When she travels, it's aboard the 454-foot yacht Serene, worth $400 million. Saltwater pool, underwater observation room, multiple helipads. It's less a boat, more a floating fortress. Her car collection is just as deliberate, a 1.2-ounce gold-plated Lamborghini Aventador, a 3M Bugatti Chiron, and a 6-motor Lamborghini Veneno Roadster, one of only 9 in existence. But here's what the tabloids don't tell you. Princess Sarah isn't just spending money, she's placing bets. Her $478 million LM Center in Riyadh isn't a vanity project. It's a blueprint, a next-gen education hub designed to cultivate the exact kind of minds Saudi Arabia will need when oil fades and AI reigns. Each marble floor, symbolic. Each scholarship, strategic. She may be styled like a princess, but she thinks like a futurist. So next time you see her in Dior, remember she's not dressing up, she's dressing forward. Princess Amira reinvention after royalty. Most royal stories end with a divorce. Princess Amira started there. Born in Riyadh, raised by a single mother, and educated in Connecticut. She didn't come from wealth, but she married into a kingdom. Prince Al-Walid bin Talal wasn't just royalty. He was the Warren Buffett of the Middle East. With a net worth topping $18 billion, their life together was cinematic. A palace with 317 rooms, marble imported from Verona, and chandeliers valued more than some countries' GDP. They lived between Paris and Manhattan, floated between Four Seasons suites and the Plaza's penthouse. But then came the split, and that's when Amira became something else. Post-divorce, she didn't retreat, she recalibrated. In 2018, she married Emirati billionaire Khalifa bin Buti Al Muhairi. A year later, she had her first child, but more importantly, she had her mission. Princess Amira turned her opulent connections into humanitarian engines. She's funneled millions into aid for Yemen, Ghana, Afghanistan. She personally funded a 3 famine relief project in East Africa, a $1.3 million grant to Afghan artists. Her foundation, veiled in modesty, operates with the efficiency of a hedge fund. Her car collection remains jaw-dropping, a $95 million Lamborghini Veneno, a $10 million Pagani Zonda, and a Mercedes SL600 crusted in 300,000 Swarovski crystals. She still travels in a $250 million Boeing 747, outfitted with prayer rooms and silk-draped ceilings. But it's the quiet moves that matter. While the cameras chase her designer gowns, Princess Amira is building a new model of influence, one that's not inherited, but earned. Because in a world that worships thrones, she built a bridge and walked herself to power. Sheikha Hind, the quiet queenmaker. She doesn't have an Instagram, she doesn't give interviews, but she shapes the most ambitious city in the world. Sheikha Hind bint Maktoum is the first wife of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai. Yet her power doesn't come from visibility, it comes from orchestration. In 1979, her wedding was the most extravagant Dubai had ever seen, 20,000 guests in a stadium. Over $100 million spent. But after the spectacle, she disappeared from the spotlight and re-emerged as the most strategic woman in the UAE. Sheikha Hind is the matriarch of 12 royal children, including Crown Prince Hamdan, known globally as Fazza. But beyond motherhood, she plays a critical behind-the-scenes role in shaping Dubai's social and humanitarian agenda. During the darkest days of the pandemic, she personally led the 10 Million Meals campaign, ensuring food reached families across all 7 emirates. In 2025, she spearheaded the UAE Family Support Program, a national initiative for women's empowerment and financial literacy. She's also the architect behind the 400 Balam Al Quoz housing project, providing dignified housing, mosques, and parks for low-income families, all launched without a single press conference. Her lifestyle is steeped in grace and privacy. She moves between a network of palaces in Dubai and Al Ain, travels via private jets flanked by royal security, and hosts annual Quran memorization competitions for girls under 16. No luxury showrooms, no Met Gala appearances, just quiet dominion. Sheikha Hind doesn't seek power. She builds systems that make it inevitable. Princess Haya, the royal who escaped. Most royals live behind gates. She ran through them. Princess Haya bint Hussein, or daughter of Jordan's King Hussein, half-sister to King Abdullah II, was born into legacy and groomed for diplomacy. Educated at Oxford, an Olympic-level equestrian, a fluent speaker of Arabic, English, and French, Haya was never just royalty. She was royalty with range. When she married Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, ruler of Dubai, her world exploded with unimaginable luxury, a 100-acre countryside estate near Windsor, private stables, a mansion on London's Billionaires' Row, custom Boeing jets with in-air spas. But it wasn't the wealth that defined her story. It was the escape. In 2019, she fled Dubai with her 2 children, fearing surveillance and threats. The world watched as British courts revealed shocking details, hacked phones, intimidation, and a legal battle that ended in a $690 million settlement, the largest divorce payout in UK history. Yet through scandal, she stood unshaken. Before the escape, she was already a powerhouse. In 2003, she founded Jordan's first food relief NGO, feeding tens of thousands. She donated $40 million of her own money to humanitarian causes, insisted that 100% of public donations reach families, and personally delivered aid across war zones. Her life was never about glitz, it was about grace under pressure. Today, she continues to live between London and Amman, protected, poised, and permanently powerful. Princess Haya didn't just flee a palace, she detonated the illusion of perfect royal life and rebuilt a legacy on her own terms. Sheikha Moza, diplomacy in Couture. She doesn't just walk red carpets, she redefines them. Sheikha Moza bint Nasser, second wife of Qatar's former emir and mother of the current ruler, isn't merely a royal. She's a geopolitical architect draped in Valentino. To Vogue, she's fashion royalty. To diplomats, she's one of the most strategic minds in the Gulf. To Qatar, she's the invisible hand behind its global rise. Sheikha Moza controls assets estimated at $15 billion, but her true empire is influence. In 1995, she co-founded the Qatar Foundation, transforming it into an educational juggernaut. Today, thanks to her, campuses of Cornell, Georgetown, and Carnegie Mellon line Doha's desert skyline like academic mirages. She's poured over $135 billion into education, including the Education for All campaign that pledged to enroll 10 million children worldwide. While others flaunt wealth, she builds legacy brick by brick. And then there's her real estate portfolio, 20% stake in Heathrow Airport, the Shard in London, Harrods, the Plaza Hotel in New York. Each purchase more than a trophy, It's a footprint of sovereign soft power. Her fashion. Every stitch is a message, whether in silk turbans or Dior gowns. She's curated an aesthetic that blends Islamic elegance with Parisian sharpness. Sheikha Moza doesn't just attend summits, she disarms them. She travels in customized Airbus aircraft outfitted like five-star hotels. Her car collection includes a 6mm Bugatti Divo, and she's rumored to own a 65mm LaFerrari Aperta. But it's her voice measured, unshaken, visionary that reshapes global forums. She's addressed the UN, challenged Gulf norms, advocated for girls' education in war zones. Sheikha Moza didn't rise in her husband's shadow. She cast one of her own. Because in the Arab world, couture may be fabric, but she turned it into foreign policy. So, after all the gold, the jets, the palaces, what's left legacy? Because these women aren't just curating lives, they're designing dynasties. Each palace isn't just a home, it's a message. Each gala, each scholarship, each quiet donation, they're blueprints for a new Arab future, written in silence and sealed in velvet. Princess Sarah shapes minds for a post-oil world. Amira redefines influence beyond royalty. Hind architects the next generation with spreadsheets, not selfies. Haya turned flight into justice. And Moza, she weaponized elegance. The true twist isn't how rich they are, it's how underestimated they've been. In the West, power wears a suit. In the Arab world, it sometimes wears a veil and rewrites the script from behind the curtain. These women don't seek attention, they manufacture it. And while the world watches their husbands, they've already built what comes next. So the next time you hear the phrase behind every powerful man, remember this. Sometimes, behind him is the entire empire. Which of these untouchable lives surprised you most? Comment below and tell us if you could live like one. Whose legacy would you choose to leave? Your answer might just reveal what kind of royalty you were meant to be.